For the past several years, A24 has made a reputation for itself as being the premium distribution company for indie films. Being nominated for multiple Oscars and launching the career of several prominent filmmakers, A24's popularity isn't slowing down anytime soon. So today, I thought I'd list what my top 10 favorite films from A24 are. Some of you may not have heard of these movies or will have several different opinions from me, but I haven't seen every single movie they've released, so please don't get mad if I leave your favorite one out. If there's any that I should check out, please let me know down in the comments below. Now, let's get started. Starting at number 10 is Swiss Army Man. Written and directed by Dan Kwan and Daniel Scheinert, who go by the Daniels for their credit on this film, Swiss Army Man is one of the most insane films I've ever seen, and that's a great thing. The film tells the story of a man stranded on a deserted island that finds a corpse washed up on the beach, and upon further inspection, he discovers this corpse is somewhat alive and has abilities that will help him find his way back home. Easily one of the biggest reasons as to why I love this movie is the performances from Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe. These two give some of the best performances of their careers, and that's no joke. Dano perfectly encapsulates a man that's lost everything that has to find himself and what makes humanity so great and unique, while Radcliffe has to find those same qualities, but as a corpse. Mixed that with incredible humor, beautiful cinematography, and fantastic editing, Swiss Army Man is one film that I will never forget. Also, the score is entirely a cappella, so that's like a million extra points right there. At number 9, it's The Disaster Artist. Telling the story about how what is probably the greatest bad movie of all time, The Room, got made, we follow Dave Franco as Greg Sestero and James Franco as Tommy Wiseau as they become friends, move out to Hollywood, and begin production on The Room. Directed by James Franco, this film is both equally at times hilarious and heartbreaking as we see their friendship grow and get tested as the film gets made. From James Franco's perfect performance as Tommy Wiseau to its beautiful cinematography and great balance of hilarious comedy and surprising drama, The Disaster Artist is a fascinating example of an artist's vision trying to come to life while trying to keep the friendships alive as well. If you haven't seen this or The Room, please do yourself a favor and check them both out. At number 8, it's Mid-90s. Written and directed by Jonah Hill. Yes, that Jonah Hill.
I am McLovin.
No, you're not. No one's McLovin. McLovin's never existed because that's a made-up, dumb, fucking fairy tale name, you fuck!
Mid-90s follows a group of kids during, you guessed it, the mid-90s, as they navigate family relationships, their passion for skateboarding, growing up, and living life. Led by one of the best child performances I've seen in a very long time by Sunny Suljic, the film has an authenticity that isn't felt too much in films starring kids these days. That may have to do in part due to the group of friends being real skateboarders and this being their first acting role. While this film may shock many in the dialogue choices and violent family disputes, it helps make the film feel like it's directly from the 90s, whether you see that as a good thing or a bad thing. Coupled with beautiful cinematography, Jonah Hill made an incredible first film as a director, and I can't wait to see what he does next. If you haven't seen Mid-90s yet, it's available on Amazon Prime and on DVD and Blu-ray. At number 7, it's The Lighthouse. When I first saw the marketing for this movie, I was very worried it would be a horror film more concerned with symbolism rather than real scares, but that is far from the truth. Directed by Robert Eggers, the director of The Witch, the film stars Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe as lighthouse keepers as they try to keep their sanity and not lose themselves to the isolation and madness that lies within the lighthouse. What I think I love so much about this film is the masterclass performances from Pattinson and Dafoe. These two give it their all and hold absolutely nothing back, and it is just glorious to behold. With cinematography that's on another level for a modern horror movie, scares that are genuine, and a feeling of losing your mind while watching it. The Lighthouse is one of the best horror movies to come out in years, and was one of the best horror movies of the 2010s. At number 6, it's Moonlight. And no, I'm not going to make a joke about it being La La Land and pulling a fast one and saying it's Moonlight because that joke got old way too fast. Directed by Barry Jenkins, Moonlight tells the story of Chiron as we follow him through 3 different but important eras of his life as he begins to discover who he is in terms of himself and his sexuality as he grows up in Florida. Each time I see this film, it gets better and better. By structuring the story in 3 acts as 3 different eras of his life, showing his struggles and anxieties, the film becomes unique and unlike any other that I've seen that tackles themes and subject matter such as this. With a score that will leave your ears craving for more, cinematography that's like a painting, and performances that are some of the best of the decade, Moonlight is easily one of the best films of the 2010s. At number 5, it's The Farewell. Written and directed by Lulu Wang, the film follows Billy as she discovers that her grandmother in China has been diagnosed with cancer, and she's not allowed to tell her as she and her whole family go to China for a wedding that's used as an excuse to see her grandmother one last time. If there's anything that should be talked about in this film, it's Awkwafina's amazing turn into drama. The realism that she brings to the role is amazing, and seeing her in such a dramatic light is absolutely incredible. But the film isn't just sad, it's also hilarious and heartwarming. The film explores themes of family and how it fits as a whole, different cultures, and how traditions change. With beautiful cinematography and performances that are absolutely fantastic, The Farewell is one of the best films of 2019, and it is a shame the Academy left it out this year. At number 4, it's Uncut Gems. Written and directed by the Safdie brothers, this film stars Adam Sandler as a jeweler in New York who's a gambling addict that gets in way over his head with gambles and pawning off others' jewels that has to find a way out of the hole he's dug himself into. If there's one thing that anyone and everyone has talked about with this film, it's Adam Sandler's performance. This wasn't the first time he's turned in a dramatic performance, but here it's something different. Sandler brings a level of intensity and ferociousness that I was not expecting at all, and honestly, I could only see Sandler playing this role, and trust me, I was not expecting that coming from the same guy that brought us this.
New food for the very first time! I'm guessing Mexican?
With an insane level of intensity that's throughout the entire film, and I mean the entire film, and the best performance of Adam Sandler's career, Uncut Gems was one of the best films of 2019, one of the best films of the decade, and I still can't believe that Sandler wasn't given an Oscar nomination for his performance. And once again, I had to say I never expect that from the same guy that brought us this.
And Felipe treated me What is Evil Knievel doing wheelies in there? What?
At number 3, it's Ladybird. Written and directed by Greta Gerwig and starring Saoirse Ronan, the film follows a high school senior as she tries to discover herself as she deals with her family struggles, romantic flings, and an uncertain educational future. What I think I love most about this film is Gerwig's script and direction. Borrowing from what I can assume are some real-life scenarios, Gerwig's script is booming with life and humor that is so real and gut-bustingly funny that it gets better every time I see it. But what makes this film truly shine is the mother-daughter relationship at the heart of this film. Seeing their relationship grow and change over the film as both begin to realize and accept each other for who they are, it's one of the most realistic family relationships I've ever seen in a film. Hilarious, heartwarming, and real, Ladybird is just plain incredible. At number 2, it's The Florida Project. Written and directed by Sean Baker and starring Willem Dafoe and Brooklyn Prince, the film follows 3 kids living in a motel as they have fun exploring and living their lives to the fullest while their families struggle to get by and have to deal with the harsh realities of life. There are so many reasons why I love this film, but I think what I love most are the performances from Dafoe and Brooklyn Prince. Dafoe has always been an actor known for going over the top and a bit insane, and to see him turn in a subdued and quiet role is absolutely amazing to behold. But the best performance of the film belongs to Brooklyn Prince. This is one of the greatest child performances I have ever seen. Prince brings a level of realism and believability to the role that I've almost never seen in a child performance, especially at her age. I won't give away what happens, but her final scene at the end will completely break your heart, and it's a damn shame she didn't get an Oscar nomination for her performance. Heartbreaking, real, and exploring the life of being a child, The Florida Project is one of the best films you will see in a very long time. It's available on Amazon Prime, DVD, and Blu-ray, so please go and check it out. And my number 1 favorite A24 film is one you probably haven't heard of, and it's a damn shame that you haven't. It's Waves. Written and directed by Trey Edward Schultz, the film follows a brother and sister as they navigate their lives balancing school, sports, love lives, and an overbearing father. When I say this was the best movie of 2019, I mean it. Schultz created a film that is just on another level. I could go on for hours just discussing this film, but I'll keep it as short as I can. When you look at the performances from Kelvin Harrison Jr., Taylor Russell, and Sterling K. Brown, they are on another level. The level of intensity and emotions these actors go through is astounding to behold. Seeing their lives all affect one another and ripple across the film is something else. I won't get into spoilers, but the structure of the story and what happens halfway through is like nothing I've ever seen before in a film. The cinematography is some of the best in years. Going through multiple different aspect ratio, the film has a feel unlike any other and adds more levels of intensity and artistry that I can't even begin to explain. With a heartbreaking story, perfect performances, cinematography that's on another level, and just being incredible, Waves was one of the best movies of 2019, and it's a damn shame that no one is talking about it. Please do yourself a favor and watch Waves whenever you can. I swear to you, you will not be disappointed. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you all enjoyed this new video, this new format. I've been wanting to try to do something like this for a very long time, and now I finally done it. I would really like to know what you guys thought of it, and if I should keep doing more videos like this. So please make sure that you leave a like and comment. Make sure you tell me what you thought of the list, what your favorite A24 films are. If my list was wrong entirely, please let me know down in the comments below. Make sure that you subscribe as well, and I will see you all next time.